Live from KTV in Reno, you're watching 2 News at 6:30.
I think it'll provide some sense of closure, and that's a positive thing.
A settlement between the state and Little Valley fire victims is now official after the Board of Examiners approved it today. And that story tops 2 News at 6:30. The Little Valley fire destroyed 23 homes and 17 other buildings more than 2.5 years ago. I'm Kristen Remington.
And I'm Landon Miller. Thank you for joining us tonight. And residents are one step closer to getting compensated. Paul Nelson has more on the $25 million settlement.
More than 2.5 years after the Little Valley fire torched the west slope of Washoe Valley, a $25 million settlement is in place.
I'll move to pay it. It doesn't look like we have any other choice.
The Board of Examiners' approval means the state will pay $10 million to the plaintiffs, and its insurance policy will pay the rest.
I really respect the Attorney General Ford and his office for what they did here. I mean, our potential exposure was obviously significantly higher than what they settled for.
The plaintiffs were seeking more than $300 million, so this amount is much more manageable.
So it can be paid. If you got up into the hundreds of millions, it would have been a lot more difficult, clearly, to do that.
The Little Valley fire started as a controlled burn by the Nevada Division of Forestry. High winds reignited the fire, destroying 23 homes and upending many people's lives.
You can't bring back some of this stuff. I mean, you know, childhood mementos and family heirlooms and that sort of thing can't be compensated for. They can't be replaced. But hopefully people get something they can get back on their feet and go back to start living their lives.
Charred trees and empty properties remain. Some residents are rebuilding, but others don't plan on coming back. The governor hopes this compensation will help.
I think that they need to be able to get on with their lives as well and rebuild what they can rebuild and keep moving forward. You know, when you've got a tragedy hits you like this, you don't want the tragedy to continue by dragging it on and on and on.
Sisolak says this decision will hopefully bring some closure to the residents.
They'll never put an end to what happened. I mean, it's something I think we need to learn from and need to grow from. But hopefully this will bring an end to any litigation that was pending.
Covering the story, Paul Nelson, 2 News.
53 plaintiffs were part of the lawsuit, and they are set to meet with the settlement judge next month, and that will determine how much each will get.